Like, what is going on? Why do I see that every time when I'm like talking to God, or like basically when I'm about to talk to God, and like um whatever we do. I don't even go into all that. But it's like, you know, we do a lot of talking. And so it's like, now I can understand it, because it's like the divine is all of that. Yes, the divine has this dark energy. And yes, the divine has this light energy. And it's all of the divine. And it's like, okay, within myself, I can get real dark and real, like real mean, real whatever if I need to, because I have learned, it's like, it has to be that. It has to be that. Especially in being so light, being a person who has, like, the divine is like, like if you're a light, like you're a divinely guided light person, you have to be surrounded by some sort of level of dark, or the dark will consume you as a light being. And so it's just like, to have the full understanding of how the divine uses that dark energy, even though, okay, if you like think about like dark ass shit, like people be killing people out here, serial killers, fucking going into grocery stores and like literally killing people, movie theaters, like it doesn't even matter at this point, schools, like, you know, that's some demonic shit. Most of the time, before they say, before, like usually those people that kill them, that kill the victims, they have always been talking about in some way, shape, and form. Either they was writing it, they was talking to people, whatever. They documented it somewhere where it was like they talked to demons, or the demons was telling them what to do, and it's just like levels. Like the demons just got stronger and stronger. It's because their heart was not with the divine, and they were only out here to use the divine's dark energy. And so it's like the divine, like the whole concept of the devil for me is just gone, death card. That's what's been shown for me. With the hermit, that's what's been shown. And it's like the divine has to be on some big boss emperor shit and be like, I will kill you. I will use you to do horrible things. Yes, I know. And it's like, that's the part where it's like the divine is like, I need to trust that you understanding that about me does not set you off. Because yes, there is a whole bunch of dark ass energy in this world. Okay, there is so much dark ass energy. Like, my mind has just been going through so much evil shit, and I haven't even been watching like it on TV. It's just the divine showing me all of these things, and us just talking basically about all of this to get me to understand it. Like, yes, there is a lot of evil ass shit in this world. Yes, it is. But it's also like, each time something bad happens, there is something good in the light that's going to be shown that was done in the dark. So yes, in the dark, people got murdered, you know, whatever could have happened, raped, you know, so many bad things. But it's leading towards, in the light, something good coming out for that victim, for a whole situation to be able to go dive deeper. Because if you have the light, you can see more into a situation. Okay, it's like but it has to be surrounded by darkness in order for you to be able to have the light to even go deeper. If there's no darkness, you wouldn't be able to find your light. So it's just like, it has to happen. And you know, we cannot stop bad things from happening because it just has to happen. At this point, it really does, because it's a cycle, but it's also leading towards better shit. Like, this is revealing season, okay? And in revealing season, I mean, like, if you're just paying attention now to things, like, this is also why the divine is revealing this to people now. Like, how karma, if you want to call it karma, if you want to call it, I don't know, at this point I'm just calling it God because it's just God. Like, that's God. That's how God operates, okay? Like, yes, God is light and love, and oh, God can make you feel so amazing. Oh my gosh, yes. However, God can get so dark and mean, and it's just like, God can literally fuck up your family, fuck up your life, snatch your soul, do all of these things because of whatever the fuck you did here on earth to deserve it, because God say so. And so it's just like, God is all of that. That is all of God. And so, okay, going back to y'all September 2021 reading, Slay the Devil, it's like the concept of the devil, that's like, if you want to keep that as the name, then okay, and not God as a whole being, and seeing God for who God is, okay? Like, God will fuck you up, and that is just period. But that's not to fear God, because that's like you fearing people out here in the world who can easily kill you. Like, God, they can use that dark energy and welcome that into themselves. Because, okay, also, like, God does not just like fuck you up, okay, or use your soul to like become demonic. God doesn't do that. You have to welcome that shit into your life. You have to be trying God out here for God to use you on that type of level, and not for good. Like, you have to ask for that. You have to ask for that. God doesn't just give that type of energy. No, it's like you have to be trying God so much, where it's like, now I gotta act an ass, and you don't want me to act an ass on you. And it's like, because you're playing with your life. Like, you playing with your life when you playing with God. And it's like, again, it's not to fear God, okay? Because it's like, when I'm saying like I can get real mean, or like thinking about you and yourself, like you can get to a level and a point where it's like, you like, fuck all this shit, fuck all these people, and if they get you mad enough, you don't know what you might do. You know, like, if you're really at some points, if I'm so mad, I might start crying, because I don't like to be violent. I don't like to be violent or cuss people out, do none of that shit. But if I need to do it, I will do it. And I don't give a fuck, because you took me there. And so it's the same shit. People be asking God for that type of energy. And so when, yes, there could be, just like if you went batshit crazy on people because they took you to a point where you had to show them something, where then it's like, you could injure other people around you, okay? Look, this is like, it's like a whole thing, because it's like you could injure people legit. Like if you like started going Tasmanian devil on people, you could injure people. You could be throwing bows and hit somebody in the wrong way and you didn't even mean to do that, but you hit them, you know. Or you could be in a car crash, be going after somebody, and it end up causing a whole bunch of other cars to like fling into each other, and then, you know, maybe somebody die, you know, who knows. But it's like, you still basically went after teaching somebody a lesson, okay? And so, yes, you have to do all that, but it's also like in some way, shape, and form, you're going to answer to that in some way. I feel like, okay, now this is coming, and I haven't thought about this before. God is feeding this to me right now, okay? So it's like, the way that God takes care of God's karma is by showing the light. Because God does not want to hurt people. In reality, God don't want to hurt people. God loves the people that God has created. Shit. Like, God don't want to kill people. God don't want people to be killed by this demonic ass energy that, because it's in the darkness, and people call out to this dark ass energy, and God is like, okay, yeah, I'ma give it to you. And so it's just like, God doesn't want to do that, but the way that God makes up for it basically is to show the light through the darkness. And then for the people that were hurt, they somehow get rewards. God blesses those who saw the light in the darkness. And God also makes up to God's self, like, because God don't want to do that, but God do it. Because it's like, it's showing, it's some way gonna be a light shown in the darkness for whatever it is, even if it was super horrible. 444,